This is DG Vision Network.
National Identity Management Commission (NIMC) for short was established by the NIMC Act 23 of 2007 with a mandate to establish, own, operate, maintain and manage the National Identity Database in Nigeria, register persons covered by the Act, assign a unique National Identification Number (NIN), and issue General Multipurpose Cards (GMPC) to those who are citizens of Nigeria as well as others legally residing within the country. You may also want to know same NIMC Act of 2007 provides for the establishment of the NIMC, its functions, powers, establishment of the National Identity Database, assignment and use of General Multipurpose Cards, and National Identification Number (NIN). The Act also provides the Commission with powers to make regulations connected with its functions.
NIMC has been established by an Act of Parliament, and what it says simply is that NIMC should create an identity database, register citizens and also non-citizens into this database, issue them with a unique identifier which is called the NIN, and also issue them with a general multipurpose card and provide this database as a reference point for authentication and verification, so that both citizen and non-citizen can affirm their own identities. That is what NIMC stands for.
In line with these functions, faced with today's technological and digitally charged world, the mission, roles and vision of NIMC under the leadership of Engineer Aliyu Aziz is developing a state-of-the-art comprehensive and harmonized digital identity that brings development and growth to Nigeria. With this in mind, it is clear that the Commission is therefore central to the pride we enjoy as Nigerians, as it prevents double identity, identity fraud, and impersonation, thereby ensuring the peace, security, and stability of Nigeria.
When I came up, I inherited 7 million records in 2015. By 2016, we doubled that record. So it's all part of the hard work of the NIMC enrollment officers that have been carrying out that work. By 2017, also they doubled the 14 to 28 million. And currently, as we speak now, we have 46 million records, and it's growing. Between last month and this month, we have added 3 million records. And if we continue in this trajectory, then it means that we will be able to enroll everyone that is in the soil of Nigeria. And we will not stop until that is done. And then we will start proper identity management.
In a tech-driven era of high-speed instantaneous connection, NIMC is developing an orderly identity sector in Nigeria. The Commission is setting an example for the rest of Africa to follow by maintaining a high standard of professionalism among its management and employees. The Commission is working with all Nigerians and for all Nigerians in a professional, transparent and effective manner to ensure a digital Nigeria that is strong and secure.
For the digital economy to thrive, you need a mobile phone. You also need a digital account, and then you need the broadband. And the foundation is the unique identity. Without the unique identity, we will not have the e-governance. And that unique identity is inclusive, is everybody. Therefore, and it is resilient in the sense that, so it's something that is beneficial to the citizen themselves, and then it will help government to improve, enhance governance and also service delivery, including the management of the security and also budgeting, planning, and so on and so forth.
The National Identity Management Commission, NIMC, is providing assured identity for all Nigerians.
Hello, I am Bayero Agabi. Welcome you to this new ride, a digital ride that takes you into the lifestyle experience of innovation, tech impact, and new business frontiers. This is DG Vision Network. On a weekly basis, we keep you well informed of developments and trends. Now the tech ecosystem is impacting politics, business, public and private enterprise management, plus how the new digital life can transform your business. I am Bayero Agabi. Join us.
Government to please give us more availability of the infrastructure of the internet. Give us more broadband so that wherever you are in the country, you're able to access the internet.
The World Wide Web Day event is organized by SICAD in collaboration with the Cyber African Magazine and the Division Network. Of course, numerous partners such as the NCC, NITDA, Medallion Communications, Cloudflex, IT Rams, and other partners.
The World Wide Web is one of the ways people access the information on the internet. Its positive impact on humanity is invaluable. This impact ranges from governance, agriculture, job creation, businesses, healthcare, education, to mention a few. Ladies and gentlemen, let's imagine our life today without the web.
I commend SICAD and Cyber Africa Magazine for bringing this pertinent event to fruition. The event's theme, the World Wide Web, creating opportunities for a new African economy, is extremely commendable.
The World Wide Web Day 2021 event, the first of its kind in Nigeria, had in attendance industry stakeholders and dignitaries from various sectors. The theme of the event was creating opportunities for a new digital African economy. The opening address was given by the president of the Center for Cyber Awareness and Development, Dr. Bayero Agabi.
My name is Bayero Agabi from Lagos, Nigeria's commercial capital. I sincerely welcome you to this event tagged the World Wide Web Day celebration, with a sub-team creating opportunities for a new Africa digital economy. The World Wide Web today is a global celebration dedicated to web browsing, online activities that brings wealth of knowledge to your fingertips. It is a chance to celebrate the way the internet created an environment for collaboration and business growth.
The hybrid event was streamed live on YouTube, Facebook, and Zoom, with huge numbers of online participants contributing to the conversations on the influence of the World Wide Web. Dignitaries present at the event include the first president of the Nigerian Computer Society, Alhaji Ladi Ogunleye, president of Association of Telecommunications Companies of Nigeria, and CEO of Medallion Communications, Engineer Ikechukwu Namani, the former Director, Public Affairs Nigerian Communications Commission, Tony Ojobo, and many others. Speaking virtually, the President of Nigerian Internet Registration Association, Mohammed Rudman, spoke on the need to leverage technology to address pressing challenges.
So without education, we'll be left behind. But that education, for me, internet is critical, it's important. It has to be available. Even it has to also be affordable, because substantial part of Nigerians, for example, if you are to put 4G across Nigeria right now, how many people can afford the data bundle? How many people can afford the devices to browse that. So let's assume that you solve the problem of availability and affordability. You have another issue of accessibility. A lot of people cannot speak English language, and by default, people that can only speak Igbo and Yoruba and Hausa language cannot participate on the internet. So we need to find a way to make it accessible. And I'm rounding up this to say that education is the key. So government should find a way to quickly find innovative ways of creating local content in local languages, especially for primary and secondary education.
On the importance of the web and internet access, the former Director Public Affairs, Nigerian Communications Commission, Tony Ojobo, spoke on the need for policymakers to look into areas to enhance digital inclusion for all Nigerians.
Well, this event actually is coming at a very, very crucial time when the internet usage around the world is facing all kinds of challenges. And we still have a whole lot of people that are still not connected to the internet. And so this kind of event kind of tries to address some of the issues and bring them to our consciousness and the need for policymakers to begin to look at areas that will enhance digital inclusion. A lot of people in the rural communities are still not connected to the internet. COVID-19, for instance, really caught the world unawares. And so many people were disconnected. They didn't have access to information, for instance, that could save lives. In the rural communities, people were still going to the market. The protocols were not observed. Social distancing was not observed. And the reason is because there was no information available to them. So this seminar is trying to look at where we were, where we are now, and where we should be. Looking at the African economy as it is, we cannot really move forward except there's digital equity and digital equality.
Highlights of the World Wide Web Day event include goodwill messages from the Director General of Nigerian Information and Technology Agency NITDA, Malam Kashifu Inuwa, the President of Nigerian Computer Society, Professor Adeshina Shodia, President of Digital Bridge Institute, Engineer Mohammed Ajia, and many others. There were insightful panel sessions along with awards given to speakers and organizations for their impact in the digital tech space. The panel sessions focused on issues such as cybersecurity, increased inclusion of women in ICT, and financial inclusion. The convener of the World Wide Web Day 2021 event, Dr. Bayero Agabi, the president of Center for Cyber Awareness and Development, spoke on the importance of the internet in this digital era. According to him, access to the internet ought to be a fundamental human right.
It is with you to the extent that if you can't hear it, you feel it. It is with you to the extent that it is changing the skill set. It is with you to the extent that it's changing industries. It is with you to the extent that it's eliminating industries and creating new industries that most people never knew. It is with you to the extent that it's creating new skills and eliminating older skills that the world never knew of. You can't but discuss this kind of innovation that has brought about this kind of huge change from education to health, the media itself. Today, a three-man crew can come up with something that they can give a terrestrial broadcaster a run for their money. Before now, for you to be a broadcaster, you needed a transmitter, you needed so many other things, dishes and all of those things and all that, spending billions of naira. Today, you don't need that. There are bloggers, there are YouTubers who smile to the bank every month with over $500,000. That is quite a lot of money.
The event provided an avenue to celebrate the impact of the web in different areas and further explore the opportunities to promote a digital Nigeria.
This is AIT Infotech Network, reaching you from Freetown in Sierra Leone,
Addis Ababa in Ethiopia, Johannesburg in South Africa.
we are in Cairo in Egypt,
Tunis, the Tunisian capital. Reaching you from Dubai, Hanover in Germany.
Las Vegas in the United States of America, Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia, we are in Beijing, China,
In London, England.
Over the past decade, the development of the fourth industrial revolution, which springs from the technological revolution, has been unrivaled. And the continent of Africa has constantly endeavored to catch up with standards and policies to position itself in the new era of economic disruption. Coincidentally, the African continent is home to the world's youngest population, which has largely made us a major and viable market for tech innovation and services.
A very young man, under 16, let me put it that way, came up with that idea to say, hey, there is ICT development in the world. Each continent is doing something about it. But guess what? What about Africa?
Following 10 years of coverage in the IT space, Africa's first magazine and TV platform, Cyber Africa, in collaboration with the Center for Cyber Awareness and Development, organized the Cyber Africa Digital Economy Awards, an event to celebrate and reward stakeholders, regulators, and innovators in the tech ecosystem. The event was gracefully attended by players from the entire sector that make up the information and communications technology ecosystem. NITDA, PFS, Tranta IT, Phase 3 Communications are few of the several industry representatives that graced the milestone event.
We are very, very, very proud of what Cyber Africa has done. 10 years looks like a child's play, but when you think of some of the successes that we've recorded in Nigeria's technological evolution, you will be really proud of most of the things that we have done over the last 10 years.
I want to congratulate Dr. Bayero Agabi and his team for what they have been doing for the economy and the Nigeria at large. Well, we've spoken about how he had pioneered the campaign for convergence in Nigeria, but I see more of what he had done in raising younger hands in the media industry. He's been doing so much of that, and we really need to appreciate his trailblazing force in the media.
In his welcome address, the president for the Center for Cyber Awareness and Development, the umbrella body for Cyber Africa magazine, radio, online, and TV, Dr. Bayero Agabi, stressed the need for making the move 10 years ago and what to expect in the future.
Why we are gathered here today is the various segments that make up the digital economy. It's not for those who code, it's not for those who study computer sciences, it's not for those who understand finances, it's not for those who understand Nollywood or how to create content, but it's a convergence of all of us here seated. So if you check, all the segments are here represented, and that is why we call ourselves digital citizens. You know, clap for yourselves, we are all digital citizens.
Keynote address by Larry Ayola, the executive chairman of Tranta IT, was a talking point as he mesmerized attendees with a speech which bordered around Africa's potential in the digital world.
Today, in the world, technology. And I love the fact that we're not calling it ICT anymore, we're calling it technology. Because it's beyond ICT. It's no longer an electronics thing. It's no longer a wavelength thing. It's more of a mindset. It's more of a science mixed with art. It's a lot of creativity, energy, and involves people and machines, and marries the two into this cocktail of something that's wonderful.
One of the high points of the event was the presence of veteran Nollywood actor and movie producer Zeb Ejiro, who also shared with the audience how digital invasion has transformed the movie industry while giving a tip on what to expect from movie producers in the near future.
We in the entertainment business, we have really gone far when it comes to the digital world. Just last week we had a meeting with Netflix, and that meeting was called about OTT. And we're working so hard now to see to make the digital world our main vehicle.
The event ended with the presentation of awards to individuals and organizations that have contributed immensely to the growth of digital space in Nigeria. The award categories are cybersecurity, e-governance, startups, innovation, policy, infrastructure, finance, and administration.
I believe Cyber Africa has been achieving a lot. With this kind of coming together, it creates awareness. The advocacy is very important so that people can see the level of development, what's going on, understanding the terrain. We've got a lot of positive organizations coming out and growing in our economy, and this is something that we need to showcase. And I believe Cyber Africa is doing quite a lot in this respect.
The advice is for them to keep doing what they are doing, and the advice is to keep up with the trends in technology and to bring this exposure to the polity in whole, and also to accommodate more industry stakeholders, because the tech ecosystem in Nigeria has a lot of players, and because technology evolves, the things we see yesterday are different with the things we are seeing today. For instance, we are seeing bots replacing the customer service functions in most organizations. We are seeing different vectors in cybercrime. We are seeing if you use your ATM card, your data can get stolen. You understand, after you withdraw your money. So we are seeing a lot of innovation in technology.
It's been a great working relationship with the Cyber Africa team for us at Galaxy Backbone. They've been part of our story, and I know that we've been part of their story as well. So we're looking forward to 10 more years of success, 10 more years of greater achievement, and greater work towards the digital transformation of our country and of Africa as a whole, really.
This is DigiVision Network.
Presidents, maybe other emerging technologies will also take advantage of the GSM technology, and moving on, our activities, our functions, our processes, and everything that we are doing may also be powered by the same technology. So I join on behalf of my DG. I want to say congratulations for every one of us for all that we have enjoyed, and I wish everyone that is seated here today a fruitful celebration. Thank you.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's a pleasure to be here. Unfortunately, we are having an emergency management meeting in the office, so the person that is supposed to deliver the goodwill message is still at the meeting. DigiVision has been a partner of NIMSI. They have provided support to us, especially for our corporate communications department, in training and also in sourcing digital equipment for the functional operation of the department.
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to our panel discussion here this morning.
Some who have phased out, and we do not even know where they are today. It seems like the major players only that we have today are the iPhones, the Samsung, Nokia, it's coming back, Techno, Infinix. So there's been a significant transformation. How we even purchase data. Once upon a time, you needed to either locate the nearest telecoms shop, network shop to either get data or recharge your phone. Today, you can do that from the comfort of your home. So I would say the transformation has been explosive. Is it enough for us to hold our heads up high and walk with pride? I would say no, not yet. Okay. I would say maybe we can give ourselves a big pat on the back, on the shoulder, to say that we have tried. But with respect to, I see a lot of digital infrastructures coming up. I can't see a significant synergy with the level of digital literacy that is being created.
Okay, digital literacy.
The journey so far has actually been worthwhile in the sense it has created a lot of room for flexibility and automation. And we all can agree to the fact that with the advent of the COVID-19 in 2020, a lot of services automatically just have to find a way to move into automation. Businesses here and there started moving to the internet, and activities drastically went into the internet. And when it started from looking at 20 years back, talking about GSM we had then was in relation to more of communication and SMS basically. But today we have audio visuals, we have WhatsApp, we have all manner of technology. So there's a huge difference between this time lap, and a lot of things have actually come into this space, and not just for individuals now, even businesses are now using this little.
What came to my mind was a study we did in 2005 to assess the impact of GSM in Nigeria. Very interesting study, which was done by the Federal Ministry of Science and Tech through the agency, the National Center for Technology Management. And I did remember that we'll try to work with NCC to get the study done for Nigeria under the request of President Obasanjo at that time. And I want to believe that the Division will take that study. This is about 10, 15 years after what has happened. So I think that study is very important for us as a country to be able to analyze and actually see what the impact has been. I just
even for students, now people take lectures without stepping out of their houses, and trust me, the impact is enormous. Looking at the past recent years with COVID and all of that, I wonder what would have happened if we didn't have GSM in our lives.
This panel is to speak to the future. You know, we have come 20 years on. Another 10 years on, you know, we should be looking at people who will drive it. Not people of 15 years, 40 years old, but people who actually can drive the revolution, you know, from 20 years.
So I've been going around Nigeria trying to establish the baseline information of the workforce of TVET institutions. And when you talk of TVET, about 40% of jobs that are available today are supposed to be manned by these TVET graduates, because that is where we have the middle level manpower to be developed, not for only Nigerians.